Hello everyone, welcome. I'm so happy to be here with you. This is Lisa Espinosa, modern day priestess and spiritual career coach. If you're new to my work, it's such an honor to connect with you. And those of you who I know some of you have been connecting to my work for years now. Welcome. I just got back from Mexico a few days ago and I'm still really integrating everything that unfolded on that trip for me. And hello, Magda. So today we're going to talk about sovereignty in your career and clearing and bringing to the light any places in your career, in your leadership where you feel trapped, even if you're not conscious of it. In fact, many times we're not conscious of it. But we have these unconscious beliefs that keep us limited. And right now, with everything unfolding in the world where our leadership is needed so much more than ever, right? Your leadership, your light, your radiance, your gifts, your love is so needed. So we want to make sure to get really clear and sober, meaning not sober of substances, well, that's part of it, but sober in our mind of any places where you are limiting yourself. So today we're welcoming, hey Ravi, hey Catherine, we're welcoming Our Lady of Guadalupe here to be present with all of us. And, I've been connecting with her for a long time. And I know that she is here supporting everyone, supporting you in your leadership, in your service, in your creative endeavors. And please know that when I speak of Our Lady of Guadalupe or Kuan Yin or Green Tara or any of the Ascended Masters, I am doing that from a place that goes beyond doctrine and dogma, beyond any limitations or boxes that organized religion has placed on them. We're really inviting the true essence of these beautiful masters who are here only to mentor and support you. They don't need our worship. They are here to support your highest path in this lifetime. So let's open up our space. So wherever you are, whether you're here live or you're watching the replay, I just invite you to take 3 cleansing breaths. So we inhale and we exhale together. And let's do that 2 more times, inhaling and exhaling. And 1 more time together, inhaling and exhaling. And let's do that Mudra of Presence together. Now, a mudra is a hand gesture that you do to anchor in a certain type of energy or to clear energy. So if you haven't done this with me before, it's very simple. You bring your left hand to your knee, your legs, your thigh, whatever's more comfortable. We bring our right arm up. And as we bring it down the center column, we say, I am present. I am here. So let's do that 2 more times. I am present. I am here. And again. I am present. I am here. So bringing the palms of our hands together, invite your beautiful soul to be here. Of course, your soul's always with you, but there's something really powerful that happens when you explicitly say, beautiful soul, I am open to receiving your guidance, your healing, your wisdom, your direction. And as we do that, I call upon a circle of golden light to surround our circle, surround it with grace and miracles and clarity and transformation and countless blessings for your career, especially as we enter the second half of 2021. And with that, we open our circle with a namaste. Namaste. All right, so we have entered the second half of the year. And, it's important to take this midway point and acknowledge all of the growth, all of the healing, all of the courageous steps you've taken in your career this first 6 months of 2021. Now, whether those steps were external, maybe you did a lot of external stuff, whether it was creating a website or putting yourself out there or doing Facebook Lives or Instagram Lives or practicing on new clients or all sorts of things. There's that. Or maybe your steps were more internal. You were doing a lot of inner healing, a lot of inner clearing. Most likely it was a combination of both. I know for me it was both. There was a lot of external steps. There was certainly a lot of internal work. So before anything else, I just invite you to be in a space of celebration and a space of gratitude to yourself, to your own heart, to your own brave, courageous, committed heart, for all the yeses, all the decisions that you made that brought you to this point. And all of the no's, because I know that it's not just about saying yes. Many times there's also saying no, right? As we set boundaries around our time. So before anything else, let's just do that together. As you take a moment here and feel your soul's gratitude for everything, all the ways that you stretched and expanded in the first half of the year. Really let yourself feel that. Because as you do that, you create this beautiful, strong foundation. Hello, Colleen. This beautiful, strong foundation to catapult you into this second half of the year. So even if perhaps some things that happened in the first half, hello, Deborah, thank you, were challenging, as many of us experienced, the challenges. And it can be easy to be like, oh, okay, I'm just done with the first half. Let's focus on the second half. But really, you want to take a moment to integrate and acknowledge all of the healing, all of the courage, all of the initiations of the first half of the year, so that you don't need to relearn the lesson in the second half, right? So that's what I always remind myself of when I find myself trying to rush and quickly get past a moment, especially, we're focusing here on your career. If there were certain things that, one of my mentors calls them worthy fails, right? Things that you tried in your career and you put yourself out there and you didn't get the result you wanted to get. Those are worthy fails. Those are the path to success is paved with all of those. And it's so important to honor those, to not be ashamed of them, to not let them stop you either, but just acknowledge like, yeah, I did that. I put myself out there. I didn't get the result I thought I was going to get, but I did it and it got me to this moment. So when we go into our inner meditation with Our Lady of Guadalupe, I know that she's going to be helping you to integrate all of those lessons and blessings. And as we step into the second half of the year, as I was praying, before we started, the question that really came up is, where in your career do you feel trapped? And maybe the word trapped isn't right for you. Maybe you're like, well, I don't feel trapped, but is there anywhere in your career where you feel limited? And it's okay to name it in this sacred space right now. I don't mean you have to share it unless you want to, but in your heart, I know sometimes we're scared to name these things. One, we don't want to lower our vibration. Two, we might be even embarrassed that we still have limitations in our thinking. There's nothing to be embarrassed of. We're here in the human journey. We're divine beings having this human experience. And so it's absolutely normal that there are places inside of us that feel like obstacles or limitations, like Deborah saying, family obligations, right, to our career expansion. So I know that Our Lady of Guadalupe is here and she wants us to just hand all of that to her. Hello, Jean. Any area in your career where you're feeling limited, where you're feeling trapped, whether it's not having enough clients or not having enough income or not having enough time or not having enough connections or enough support, all the not enough things, right? So, and we want to remember that in truth, because you are the daughter and the son, the child of the divine, you are not trapped, right? We are unlimited. We are one with Source. So Jill's saying new clients, not enough focus. Yes, thank you for bringing that up, Elizabeth. Betsy. So it's really important to keep going back to that truth that we are one with Source, hence we are unlimited. And at the same time, acknowledging those different parts of us within that feel very much limited, right? And we can have all sorts of evidence, right, in our lives that show, well, I am limited. Look at my bank account, or look at, how many students came to my class, or all these things that are happening in my family that I need to tend to. So please know that I'm not dismissing that. I understand that life absolutely happens. Jan, not enough authentic creative juice. Yes, thank you for sharing that, Jan. So I'm not here trying to dismiss that or pretend that we don't have things that come up in our lives that are challenging. I know many of you would know my beloved, beautiful mother-in-law recently passed like 2 weeks ago. And it was somewhat unexpected. And so, all of that, the emotion, of course, of that, but all of the changes and everything that happened as ripple effects of that, those are real, right? Those things are real. And I know all of you have a lot in your life. And at the same time, there's always going to be those things. Hey, Jacqueline, no movement, not enough connection with several clients. Yes. So we can have a very clear, vision of all the things that feel like limitations, that feel very real, and there's a reality to them. And also we can come into this divine space where we can receive the guidance that we need, and we can start to trust the efficiency, the focus, and the quantum energy of our soul. So what do I mean by that? Oh, I'm just reading Deborah's, committing to a name for my website, second guessing my choice. Oh my gosh, Deborah, I so understand. So yes, but that whole second guessing, right? We can indulge, as another of my mentors talks about, indulging in confusion. Just like we can indulge in chocolate or indulge in sugar, we can indulge in confusion. I don't know, is it this, is it that? We all do that, right? So, we're stepping back then into the place of the certainty of your soul. And so what I was talking about, the quantum energy of your soul, what does that mean? It means that when you have a practice, a daily practice of connecting with your soul, and it doesn't have to be hours. I'm not saying you have to go, be in an ashram or have this life where you have just hours to meditate. Is these little moments throughout the day, right? Those interrupter rituals I talk about in my book, where you're learning how your soul speaks to you, where you're being guided moment by moment. And then those little steps, when you do that with consistency, I can promise you, because I've experienced it and I've mentored so many at this point, so many hundreds and hundreds of my clients through this, that you are led in those little golden action steps that create huge momentum that your logical mind can't understand. Your logical mind looks at the paper and says, I only have 24 hours in a day. I have all these limitations. There's no way I can get the result that I want. That's our limited mind. That's what our limited egoic mind is created to do. Our soul is limitless. So your soul doesn't show you the whole blueprint, because believe me, it would scare you, right? I've talked about that before. When I first left my career as a middle school teacher over 10 years ago now, if I had been shown the whole blueprint, if I had seen a vision of me doing this, a Facebook Live, I would have so freaked out. It would have been like, what? No, I'm not doing that. So please be grateful that you don't have the whole blueprint. Even if you think, oh, if I had the whole blueprint, I would be so happy and at peace and I would trust everything. Nope. It's really, your soul knows how much to show you moment by moment. So it's really in those little steps taken with consistency that the miracles start to open up. We are talking about something that's not logically understood. And I want to be clear about that. So I know we have those parts of us, my beautiful managers, who are very much in the earth plane, who are very much, they quantify, they're very logical. I need that in my life. But when we step into the space of our soul, we are going beyond that. This isn't naive. This isn't woo-woo. This isn't weird. This is absolutely the smartest thing you can do. And we invite Our Lady of Guadalupe here, not as some sort of religious figure, but a spiritual mentor, a divine mentor. You know, Mother Mary, I mean, I don't know how much I want to go into that right now, but Mother Mary is way more than what the church has portrayed her as. Yes, she is unconditionally loving. Yes, she is so compassionate. And absolutely, she is a revolutionary. She is a radical priestess. And she is here to support you in your life's purpose, because she knows that as you succeed, hundreds and thousands succeed, because you are here to share your light and to be a way shower, a wisdom keeper. And this isn't meant as any sort of pressure. However, at the same time, it is meant as this kind of fire, right? This passionate fire of like, oh, yeah, I am meant to be seen. I was talking about this with my coaching group yesterday, I lead a coaching group, and I was saying this is the lifetime. Leadership really means being seen. It doesn't have to be in front of a camera like I'm doing. It'll be what's right for you. But in this lifetime, we need leadership, we need service, we need teachers, we need wisdom keepers that are seen. We need to be in the front line, whatever that means to you. Thank you, Betsy, for sharing that. Yes, she's saying, it took me a long time to be patient, and I try to see too far around the corner on my path. Yeah, it is a challenging thing. You know, I have a lot of new creative projects that I'm doing, and believe me, I have parts that want to know, like, is he going to succeed? What's the third one going to be like? You know, they want to see all that, but I've been on this path long enough to know, to have compassion for those parts of me, but to also know, you know what? I trust the wisdom of my soul. I trust that it's showing me exactly what I need to see. So let's step into this. Actually, let me show you the cards that I pulled, and I'm going to pull some after, but so of course we have Our Lady of Guadalupe, which if you haven't noticed, she's back here too. She's actually everywhere in my house, so there we go. And then I asked, what is she asking us to surrender? And this is really interesting. Surrender your fear of intimacy. Listen to the message. You are ready to let love in, compassionately identify, and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. Now, the picture here is of a man and a woman, but this is specifically when you think about your service and your leadership in your career, that fear of opening our heart. Perhaps you've been hurt with previous students or clients or employers. You know, perhaps there was a experience where you felt like, I opened my heart and I got hurt, I got judged, I got shamed, and we close. So this is, you know, so Mother Mary is really saying, you know, open your heart. I remember so clearly last May when I led the Divine Mother retreat, her message was, do not be afraid to love more. So Our Lady of Guadalupe here is saying, you know, part of the healing is going to be to open our heart to those new clients, those new students, those new connections, those new networks, knowing that your soul and the Divine Mother has your back. So opening heart. And then the next one I got was standing firm. I am noble, brave, and strong. Look at this. And I love that it's like a male figure. So this is calling, you know, beyond gender, this is calling our divine masculine energy, right? We have divine feminine and we have divine masculine energy. When we're in that receptive space of meditation, of receiving divine downloads, right, of synchronicity, of magnetism, that's when we're in our feminine energy. However, we need our divine masculine, not the wounded masculine, the divine masculine, to be like, all right, I have all of that intuitive guidance. Now I'm going to propel you forward to take action. We need our inner divine masculine energy. We need it to be seen. We need it to ensure that we take those steps that need to be taken. So with all of that, let's step into a ceremonial space. I mean, we already are in it, but we're going to more explicitly do that. And yeah, connect with your soul and connect with the Divine Mother. Please know that your soul is in charge of this. I'm here just creating the sacred space. You are a sovereign, free being, right? That's how we started this. You're a sovereign. This isn't about creating any sort of codependency. And all of the divine teachers that I invoke, that I welcome into our space, honor your sovereignty. Honor your free will choices. So we're going to begin, and I'm going to say a prayer, a little prayer from one of the sacred texts that I'm really immersed in right now, the Sophia Code, which, by the way, we're starting that journey next week. And just listen as we begin, and remember this is recorded, so just allow yourself to relax. Don't put any pressure on yourself, like, oh, let me make sure I hear the guidance, let me make sure I get it right. Like, just relax and be open, and you can always listen to it again. So in this beautiful space, as you connect to your heart, as you connect to the earth, visualize those roots of light going down your legs and out the bottoms of your feet, deep into the earth. You're so grounded and present. Notice how much more expansive they are than they were at the beginning of the year. And as you feel that presence of those roots, I invite you to come to the crown of your head and see branches radiating from the crown of your head. So it's like you have the tree of life within you. And these branches are radiating out to the heavens, to the stars. And your beautiful soul is filling this tree of life within you. So filling the roots that are going into the earth and feeling these branches that radiate out. So you feel how grounded and expansive you are. And then bringing the palms of your hands to your heart. I'm just going to repeat this little prayer. Again, goes beyond any religion, any dogma. As we call in the Divine Mother of all life, take me to that place deep within your womb, where I can know nothing and be reborn anew. So 2 more times. Divine Mother of all life, take me to that place deep within your womb, where I can know nothing and be reborn anew. And one last time. Divine Mother of all life, take me to that place, deep within your womb, where I can know nothing and be reborn anew. And with that, we enter into this space. And I invite you to close your eyes if you're comfortable, or focus on something in front of you. You can even focus on me if that's helpful. We're in the womb of the Divine Mother. We're in that infinity point. That place where you can know nothing and be reborn anew. That place where you can know nothing and have access to all knowing. It's the divine paradox. Don't try to logically understand it. But as we enter this space, I invite you to visualize that you're standing at a crossroads. And there's all these paths radiating. All these paths. And you're just standing there, you're seeing all these paths. These are all the potential paths for the second half of 2021. And some of them look quite beautiful. Some of them you're like, ooh, I don't want to go down that path. But it's a lot. In fact, it might feel a little overstimulating. And in this moment, as you look at all the paths, welcome your soul's guidance and ask your soul to highlight for you the highest path. The path that will bring you the most blessings, and those that you are here to help the most blessings. It's not either or, it's the same path. So ask your soul to highlight that one path. So what starts to happen is all the other paths dissolve, and there's one golden path in front of you. That is the path that will bring you the most blessings, that will bring those you are here to serve the most love and light. This is the path specifically for the second half of the year. From July, 15th today, to December 31st, 2021. There you are. There's that golden path. And as you stand there on the golden path, feel your soul in your heart, your soul next to you. She loves you so much. She loves you unconditionally. And of course, no, I'm saying she, but your soul goes beyond any gender. And suddenly in front of you on this golden path, you start to see all these beautiful, beautiful golden stars. Looks like glitter, these golden stars in front of you on this golden path. And they start to take shape, they start to coalesce, they start to form. And as you look at it, you start to see that it is Our Lady of Guadalupe, her cloak of stars, Our Lady of Guadalupe that appears there standing on your golden path. And her heart is so open and radiant. So you just stand there for a moment and just let yourself receive. Receive her love. Receive her grace. And as you stand there, notice that you're starting to let go. You're starting to shed. You're starting to, cords are being cut. Limitations are dissolving. Any heavy energy around you is lifting as you are here in the presence of the Divine Mother, in the presence of your own beautiful soul. And just let yourself breathe with relief. Breathe with letting go. And if there's anything unrelated to your career that you are worried about, a family member, something in your home, whatever it is, hand it to the Divine Mother. She knows already, but she knows that you are here, that you have a life beyond your career. She is here to bless it all. So if there's any worries you have right now that are not career related, just take a moment. I'm going to be silent. Take a moment to just tell Our Lady of Guadalupe and hand it over to her. And just feeling her grace, knowing that a second with her is a lifetime. This is not bound by time and space. And now bringing your career, your leadership, your creative projects to the forefront. Anywhere you feel limited, anywhere you feel trapped or stuck or stagnant, or that there's obstacles, bring those. And I see Our Lady of Guadalupe, she put this big bowl, this, I don't know the word in English. In Spanish is like a cántaro, but it's like a pottery, made of pottery, clay bowl. And she's like, just place it in there, whatever it is. Just imagine you write it on paper and you're putting it in there, whatever it is, clients, boss, networking, creative, creative juice, as Jan was saying, just focus, efficiency, all of it, just put it there. And if 10 minutes from now when we're done, you're like, oh my gosh, I forgot to put something there, know that it's there. So all of us, let's just put it there in this beautiful clay pottery. It's so beautiful. It's got these little beautiful magenta pink designs around it, but just place it in there, place it in there, place it in there. And Our Lady of Guadalupe, she's sitting on the, I haven't seen her do this before, she's sitting now, she's now sitting on the golden path in lotus pose, like you can't see me, but she's sitting in lotus pose, and she's got this pottery, this clay pot in front of her with all of the places where all of us feel trapped or limited, or like there's some sort of obstacle to your career, to your leadership. There she is sitting with it. And this is what she's doing. She's taking this wooden spoon, like she's making chocolate, like Mexican hot chocolate. And she's stirring it on, she's stirring it on, she's stirring it on. As she does that, all this beautiful grace and love and blessings. And she's saying that as she does this, she's releasing all of the illusions. She's releasing all of the outdated wounds and trauma. She's releasing some lineage, some family stuff. Some of this is from your lineage, these limitations. She's releasing it all and bringing in the grace of the Divine Mother to put it all right. That's what she's saying. We're setting this all right. And as she does that, all of this beautiful magenta, pink, golden light is radiating out, and it's coming back to your heart. Whatever needs to come back to your heart, without the chains, without the obstacles, without the limitations. So just receive this blessing in your heart. And I'm so smelling like Mexican hot chocolate and cinnamon. There's like these, so just receive it. And of course, rose petals. And as all that dissolves, she stands in front of you. She is here connecting. This is the beautiful thing about Mother Mary, about Our Lady of Guadalupe, is that she's mentoring millions. And yet she has an intimate relationship with you. So she is in front of you, looking into your eyes. And she says, I know you. I see you. I love you. Come to me with everything, with anything that's worrying you, no matter how small, how mundane it may seem, or how huge it may seem. I know you by name. That's what she is saying. And she just places her hand on your heart. Receive that beautiful blessing in your heart, releasing as she blesses your second half of the year, and she releases stagnation, chains, anywhere you feel bound. And just breathe all of that in. And Our Lady of Guadalupe dissolves back into that starry light that we started with. See that golden path that is your path. Blessed. Trust that you are on the path. And I'm just hearing the message that we ask your soul and your guardian angels to, if you start to deviate from the path, if something shiny comes along that's like, ooh, let me pay attention to that, you're going to know like, oh, wait, let me come back. Let me lovingly come back to my path. And so I'm just sending Reiki. I've been sending Reiki, but sending Reiki to your aura, just clearing, and sealing all of this grace, all of this love, all of this wisdom. We bring the palms of our hands together and we bow to each other. Feel Our Lady of Guadalupe, feel your soul, all the divine sacred beings that are here bowing back to you for your sacred human heroic journey. And we step out of this inner journey with a namaste. Namaste, everyone. And take a moment. I'm going to burn some sage. Take a moment to really ground yourself. Drink water if you have water. Maybe rub your hands together. I'm burning some sage here. And what I'm hearing really, that this was like an intro to, I'm going to have the Priestess Rise Up, Priestess Rise Up session. I can't finish my words. On Sunday. I'm actually now going to be having them on Sundays instead of Thursdays because I'm doing the Sophia Circle journey on Thursdays. So this Sunday is July's Priestess Rise Up. It's a free offering as well. It's an hour long, and Our Lady of Guadalupe was telling me as she was there on the golden path that we're going to be doing more of that on Sunday, and more of really blessing July, August, September, October, November, December. And of course, I'll be channeling some messages as well. So if you're interested in that, sign up on my website or on my Facebook page. Again, it's a free offering. You will get the replay. Please know that if you do not receive my newsletter and you sign up, you will be signed up for it, because that's how I share the replay. That was so beautiful. I'm always so touched by, it's so healing for me to feel how much Our Lady of Guadalupe and your soul love you. because it can be so hard for us to feel it ourselves. But when I'm creating this space, when she stood in front of you and she said, I know you by your name, I love you. I was so I'm always, whenever she comes over me, I just feel like I just want to sob, but it's like good tears. So just know how blessed, how loved, how beloved you are. And remember that it started with healing that fear of intimacy. Healing the fear of intimacy can even be with God, with the divine, with source. If the word God doesn't work, that's fine. Use a different word. You know, it can be even being afraid of intimacy with our own soul. Yes, thank you, Jen. I love that, right? That she cares about the smallest bits of our lives. And I really felt that, like she was saying, a parking spot, I can help you with that. Like cooking, like any little thing that you're like stressing over, like don't stress over it. Not only because it sucks to be stressed, but because she's saying, I have many more important things for you to work on than worrying about those little things. So I'm just going to pull, because I don't have a lot of time, I'm going to pull a card from Denise Lynn's Gateway Oracle. So just to complete this. Oh, what else do I want to say? There are still 2 spots for the retreat I'm having next Friday. In-person retreat if you're in the Chicagoland area at the center, VIP. I'm so super excited about it. Oh my gosh, there's going to be Reiki, attunements, joy and love, law of attraction. Anyway, that's next Friday. And we do the retreat, and then there's a 21-day online journey to go along with it. It's all about prosperity in your career. So if you're interested, there's 2 spots left. And there's still 1 spot left in the Sophia Circle journey. So, all right, perfect. Breaking barriers. I am expanding beyond limitations into joy and freedom. Look at this. I am expanding beyond limitations, into joy and freedom. So this is what it was all about, right? Any place where you feel limited, where you feel trapped. Thank you, Jill. Where you feel there's obstacles, or there's that glass ceiling, right? That glass ceiling, like I can't go beyond this. She's like, no, yes, you can. Yes, you can. If you're connected to my work, whether you're a private client or you just do the Facebook Lives or whatever it is, yes, you can, because that is my prayer. That is my prayer always, is that those people that are here to be wisdom keepers and way showers and ambassadors of grace, that they find, if they're meant to find me, that they find me, and that as they connect with my work, that their ministry, their service, their platform increases. So thank you so much, everyone. It's always such a joy to connect with you, and I look forward to seeing you on Sunday if you join me for that. And I know some of you are in the Sophia Circle journey. We're going to start on Thursday, and if you're going to come connect in person for the VIP retreat at the center, I'm so excited to see you as well. And there's so much coming in the fall. I'm having an remote, like a virtual retreat in the fall for the fall equinox, and I will be having a special Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead ceremony this year in October. I'm so very much excited. Thank you, Jacqueline. Thank you, Jacqueline. Thank you, Jill. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Bye, everyone.